It is Friday night. Loco sports fans, welcome to Loco Pigskin Live, Week 6. In the throes. We are in the throes of Week 6. About to get a scoreboard ticker going across the bottom of your screen here, and we'll go through them together. West Kerr out at Hilton Head High, where the Seahawks dominating over there over Bishop
Bishop
England,
England,
up
34 to 10.
34 to 10 in the fourth quarter. Wes will tell us a lot more
Oh,
about
what
that.
an interception! Thaddeus Zarnecki continuing his phenomenal night as he takes it well in the Bishop England territory. Thaddeus Zarnecki picks off the pass, and the Seahawks well in control, up 34 to 10. That might be the punctuation on what has been quite the evening here at the Nest.
And what a way to welcome us to Loco Pigskin Live. West with the live call of a Thaddeus Zarnecki pick. Seahawks dominating the number 3 team in Class 4A tonight, 34 to 10 in the fourth quarter, and close to punching it in again after the Zarnecki interception, going deep into battling Bishop's territory. And this is just an incredible turn of events in a game that we expected to be really a dogfight and one that Hilton Head would have to play especially well to have a chance to win. And they have just controlled it. And you have to
Bishop
think that
England
they are
scored
looking like a
first. Yeah, Bishop England
serious
scored
contender.
first, and it only took them like 2 plays. But after that, Hilton Head has just locked them down. And Jimenez, who we knew would be a factor, he has been terrific. The pass defense has done fantastic tonight. Mahoney was just 4 of 12 in his first 12 pass attempts. And that is a terrific quarterback who completed over 60% of his passes coming in. So Hilton's pass defense has really been shining tonight. And just this defense as a whole, the way they've been pressuring Mahoney throughout. BJ Payne has got quite a group that has really found an extra gear at this point in the season. And all of a sudden, this Hilton Head team is looking like the team to beat in this region as they are almost heading towards what would be one of the better victories, if not possibly the biggest for BJ Payne. I mean, this is the number 3 team
Yeah.
in 6-4 or in 4A.
Yeah.
Number 3
Yeah.
team in
I
4A.
think you have to consider it that. I mean, recency bias is what it is. I'd have to probably go back and look at some of those early seasons that I didn't cover myself and remind myself some of those wins. But certainly, this feels like a huge one, taking down an undefeated number 3 team
Yeah.
that was the defending region champ, and putting yourself in the driver's seat because you mentioned the pass defense. They were terrific last week in frustrating Aiden McCarthy, who's also ultra precise in that Bluffton offense. He's been terrific tonight. Bluffton leads 35-0 over Beaufort late third quarter. That one's on WHHI TV. May River, the other team, laying in the weeds, undefeated in region play because they hadn't played but one. But they're up 21-6, or they haven't played any. They're up 21-6 tonight at halftime against Colleton County. We'll see if we can get an update on that one. North Charleston leading Battery Creek 16-13. It's getting late over there. CJ Brown keeping us posted at last report, 5 minutes left. Dolphins trying to get the ball back and score the game-winning touchdown, presumably. Hampton County leading Edisto 36-0 late over there. Hampton County hungry, Hampton County eating tonight. Bamberg up big over Hardyville,
Oh, and look at
57-6 in the
Zarnecki
fourth.
go as he breaks
There
a
goes that
tackle
man.
and scores again. He has been the X factor and so much more tonight. He has taken this game over on both sides of the ball. And it's
Attaboy.
40-10.
40-10 at Hilton Head. Absolute rout in a game that was thought to be very evenly matched, and just proving that you
This is
never
going to
know.
send big shockwaves across 4A, the entire classification of 4A. As I said, Bishop England coming in undefeated, number 3 in the classification, and Hilton Head with the extra point, leading the Battling Bishops 41-10, and this should really shock a good number of teams and individuals around the state, because this is quite the unexpected turn of events, as you mentioned, for Hilton, a team that barely survived Bluffton last week. I mean, it got kind of tense near the end. Now Hilton Head deserved the win, but this is an absolute beatdown right now.
Unbelievable stuff from Hilton Head tonight. Just did make a little pass and get a couple more scores for you
Yeah.
here as we continue to report it out. North Charleston still up 16-13 on Battery Creek. Inside 2 minutes, Cougars ball. So not looking good for the Dolphins unless they can pull off a miracle and get the ball back. Looking for a Ridgeland score. Ridgeland, Denmark Olar. Haven't not seen that one. JP2 was up 28-10 in the fourth quarter, and that's the last report we have from JP2 against First Baptist. Bullock Academy led Hilton Head Christian 41-15 at the half. We'll look for a final on that one. PD blew out Hilton Head Prep 44-0. Tough day for the Dolphins. Tough first half for Buford Academy. Bethesda Academy keeps the juggernaut rolling up 43-0 at halftime.
Oh,
Heard from our old friend Dylan Price with the score
oh
from
yeah.
that one. Thomas Hayward getting on track out on the farm
Ooh,
at Patrick Henry. They are
oh yeah.
routing the
Watch out.
Patriots
Watch out.
47-7 in the fourth quarter. And we are looking for a cross schools score if you have that one.
Kings Academy.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yep.
Do not let Antonio Banner catch fire because you cannot count that team out entirely now that it looks like they've gotten back on track against Patrick Henry team that's certainly not looking the best compared to other teams in the region like Carlton Prep or Beeford Academy. But Thomas Hayward trending significantly upwards now, and that can be a scary sight for some other squads as we head down the stretch and skis a regular season play because I still think this Thomas Hayward team will have something to prove as we go deeper into the season. So I
Oh, no
will not
question.
count them out entirely, especially after what we've seen tonight. I think they're really starting to round the form. Really, it's been all their fault. They've missed a couple of games early in the year, a couple
Right.
of rainouts and postponements or suspensions or cancellations, stuff like that. So Thomas Harris looks to be getting back into their quality form as we get into the second half of the season.
Oh, we got a defensive touchdown for Buford uh, over on WHHI. Weird looking play. I've seen the replay a couple times now, and I still can't quite figure out what happened there, but they're going to give award the touchdown to Buford. It's now
All
35 to
Bobcats here,
6,
35
pending the
6.
extra point. Been all Bobcats, as you
Yep.
mentioned, with Marcus Walsh and Daniel
Yeah,
Ford
I
on the
expected a
call.
little bit more fight for Buford in this one, but Boston dominant at home. It seems a nice performance. Maiden McCarthy and company. McCarthy's just been really rock solid this season. Even in some losses, he's delivered some big numbers and
Hey, there we
has
are.
really looked the part over there at Boston. So nice bounce back for the Bobcats here tonight.
Let's see if we got any more score updates rolling in from around the loco. There we are. For
May River
promo and on
Colleton.
WHHI. It was still
Okay.
21-6 at last report.
That's a
So
little closer than I
uh,
expected.
I
Um,
agree. I
well,
agree. It's
credit to
a good
Colleton for
show.
hanging in there. Yeah.
Let's see if we got any updates over
Although May
here.
River team that they can score a couple times and just grind you down, so they should be fine. They didn't control that one, but we'll another look as this goes on. We got 7:41 to go, and Hilton Head rolling 41-10 over the undefeated and defending region championship England battling Bishops, and it has been quite the fun evening for the Seahawk fans here. Lots of
We
excitement
have
throughout.
a final from North Charleston. Unfortunately, North Charleston taking the win over Battery Creek tonight, 16-13.
Dang.
So tough loss
Oh,
for the
man.
Dolphins. They were looking for 3 out of their last 4 if they could have
Yep.
gotten that W. And now it's a murderer's row the rest of the
Yeah,
way
it's
with
no easy
Oceanside,
one from there
Orangeburg, and
on. A drop in the end zone for the Bishops has not gone their way tonight.
sounds like it's going about like it went when a couple of our teams had to go up there to
Yeah,
Daniel Island last year. So they're
yeah,
getting the home
yeah.
cooking
Home cooking on the other side. This is
on the
nice to
other
see.
side, indeed.
But I mean, to see this margin of victory, I don't think anyone would have predicted the score line that we're seeing right here, and just the way Hilton's defense shut them down early after that first drive. I mean, that woke them up. That first score, which only took 2 plays for the Battle Bishops, they've not scored a touchdown since then. They only had a field goal late in the first half, but that has been it. Just terrific pass defense right there again from Bill Javen Risher, who's also made an impact on the ground. But Risher's been terrific. I mentioned Jimenez, obviously, Zarnecki with an interception, but others as well have
I'm sure
been
Bigger
just
had his
rock
big
solid in
mitts
the
and
pass defense. And Mahoney has had to deliver some perfect throws, and even then, Hilton Head has been on top of it. I'm just quite impressed by this team as a whole, but especially what BJ Payne has done with the secondary. I mean, this is a level that we have not seen in really a number of years here in terms of defense on multiple levels here from this team. And once again, Bill Risher
oh,
providing the coverage, and it
there
has
goes that
been
man, Amari
a dominant night.
Patterson, with another touchdown for the Bobcats.
All right, so Amari, revenge score against his old
Whew.
team.
Oh, shallow crosser underneath. Scooting. Oh, man. Making men miss.
Yeah,
Amari
fourth and
Patterson to the
10.
end zone.
4th and 10 for the Bishops. 6:52 to go. This is already seems out of reach, but this one would all but seal it. Give the Seahawks the ball back. As Mahoney drops back and incomplete as a couple of players fell to the turf, and that should be a wrap at this point. Hilton had 41-10, 6:46 to go. Seahawks are about to
Wow.
knock off the number 3 team in Class 4A.
Wow. An incredible performance by Hilton Head again. This has been a really good 3 week stretch for them against Hampton, Bluffton, and
Yeah.
now
Into the
um,
catbird seats they go of Region 6 4A, and certainly I'm as they'll probably tell me after the game, it's the job is far from done. A couple of tough
absolutely.
games left for them, including Buford and May River, but they're going to have a really enjoy their well-earned bye week next week because they have
Indeed, indeed.
certainly delivered the first half plus of the season, and their only loss coming at James Island, which is a tough place to play. But hoping to be joined by most likely Thad Zarnecki, who looked like the by far the player of the game in my eyes. So we'll try to bring him on and
Sounds good.
hear
Always
what
a
he has to
terrific
say.
interview.
Yeah.
Friend of the program.
Yep.
Uh, we've got some jubilant fanfare. Thomas Hayward, a la Mark Twain. The rumors of their demise have been greatly exaggerated. 47-14 is the final from the farm. So THA gets right tonight, and they're still going to be a factor. You're not going to be able to keep them out of that playoff bracket. And once they get
Yeah.
in there, somebody's got to beat them, and that's been something that's been difficult to do. So big win for Thomas Hayward as we look in on our friend Marcus Walsh. There he is.
Hey.
There's Marky Mark and Daniel Court hanging out at the den where it's now getting to be a rout. 42 to
Yeah.
7
Oof.
Bobcats over Buford. Saw a shot of Jeff Riley on the game earlier.
Awesome.
Student section
Yeah,
has
good.
dwindled.
Yeah. This one's well out of reach, and good amount of Siltnet students staying to the end here is sure some of them will get ready to call their rides and get that situated. But right now they're enjoying what has been a rare Hilton Head beatdown over a ranked team here at the Nest. Just
Yeah,
terrific execution, really, after that first battling Bishop score. Zarnecki, as I said, has been the guy, but don't forget about the play of Riniszewski at quarterback. They
right.
haven't thrown him much, but he has been spot on when they've had to go through the air and had a big touchdown early to give Hilton Head their first score of the night. And he's had some nice reads, some RPOs, some design runs. He's really turned into a nice leader of this team. Just
He's exceptional. I was talking with one time
you
today
know,
at school, talking a little ball, and we were just talking about how good he is, about how just poised and heady. He just doesn't put the ball in danger. Very rarely does he put the ball in danger. He doesn't run it a lot, but when he does, he picks his spots well. He's super effective. He's got a nose for the goal line when they get down there. But he makes great reads. He can make all the throws. He's becoming a really polished young quarterback and going to
Yep.
be a big prospect, I think.
Yep. Yep. I, I'm quite excited to see what he can do the back half of the year after he has just proved so much in terms of his improvement just from one season and his ability to make the clutch plays because that's all he's done this year.
Yeah.
That's what you want. We've seen some guys who want to be that potent passer and that clutch player. And, they've had some good ones before Brandon Sessions, but Derek has been the better one a handful of years. Just by the way he handles himself out there, and he's just gotten better every time he's come out there. And it's been great to see someone who has that kind of assertiveness and just that winning mentality. Because he's shown that early and often in this season. Is Seahawks trying to convert a 4th and 1, and looking for it. Will be a first down, Hilton Higgs. Seahawks with the change 4-7.
All right. Seahawks
Pop
about
up
to put that
Trader.
one away. Bobcats in total command over at the Den. May River still looking for an update after halftime on that one. Um, Now I see, yeah, no updates
All
there.
right.
Uh, powering through. Battery Creek Falls 16-13 at North Charleston. Somebody's monkeying with Max Preps. They got Edisto up 67-0 at Hampton, which we know it's the other way around. Not that score, not quite that bad, but it's a blowout. Let's see if we got a final over there yet. 64-6 now in favor of Bamberg. Looking for a Ridgeland score. Have not seen a Ridgeland score yet and have been efforting. So if you have that one, hit us up with that Ridgeland score. Let's see who else we're looking for here. There we go. It did go final. JP2 42-10 over
Nice.
First Baptist, an absolute statement win. That was a game that I think they felt like was kind of a toss-up game, but one they
Yeah.
had to win coming into the year. They were
I'll, I'll, I'll,
absolutely the dominant
I'll
team.
tell you what. I mean, we saw the game earlier this year, but I mean,
Uh huh.
the one that matters is coming up between JP2 and Dillon Christian. I mean, by the way, the Eagles have been struggling. It's going to be a ball game, and it's at JP2. And I'm interested to see how that one goes. 'Cause
I'm very
I think,
interested to see how
yeah.
that one goes. It's now fourth quarter out in Georgia. Bullock Academy leading Hilton Head Christian 48-21.
Ooh,
So Eagles taking another one on the chin,
yeah.
albeit against another really good team.
Right.
They have played
But
a terrific schedule, but they have not navigated it very well.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I just don't know if I've seen enough from that defense. I mean, I believe they allowed 41 points in the first half, and they have not
Right.
found the ability to get enough stops and really keep their team in a game. And that could be a worry against the JP2 offense is really able to get going with Alan Wolf and Independent and a couple of younger guys who have really stepped up. So I think that is going to be a tight one. I think it's going to be a heck of a ball game, and we get that one in a couple of weeks. And Peduzzi and company will have a lot of work to do before then because it's not looking as we thought it would be right now for an HHCA team, which has been such incredibly consistent over the last decade or so, but they just have not had the horses compared to previous years. And but I will say that 3A is very strong this year. I mean, Pinewood Prep is a great team. They're higher than normal in terms of their ability, and their schedule's been tough. Like they did play the Hammonds of the
Yeah.
world and a bunch
Yeah.
of terrific skis up private schools.
Portergard,
Yeah.
Hammond, Pinewood, and I mean, yeah, they've Bethesda. which happens to be a juggernaut this year. So yeah, they've had a brutal schedule, and they may come out and see the fruits of that and control this game against
And it is
JP2. But I don't
victory
know, man.
formation time here at the Nest as Derek Ranashevsky and company will take one final kneel here with around 40 seconds and counting to go. And there it is, the Hilton Head Seahawks knock off number 3 team in Class 4A. They down the Bishop England Battling Bishops 41-10.
Wow, an absolute domination from
State.
Hilton Head tonight, and shakes up how you feel about the whole region. I think a
I mean,
little
I
bit.
think they're the clear favorite right now.
Well, sure, but I mean, how much does it
Yeah,
degrade your
right.
opinion of Bishop England, as far as somebody was going to have to finish fourth in this region, and
Yeah.
we were having a hard time figuring out who it was going to be, because it was hard to conceive of it being Bluffton or May River, but maybe it's Bishop England. Maybe the Loco flips the script this year. Seahawks winning big. Bluffton up big now into the fourth quarter at home. Still looking for an update on May River College. It was 21-6 at halftime. Um, Also looking for a Bethesda BA update. It was 43-0 Bethesda at the break.
The way they head into your bye week, a domination of Battling Bishops on all phases. But I think the defense was the most impressive. The way they were able to string together a couple of 3-and-outs, and just the offense, a couple of short fields because they were able to stop them right away, and they were able to run it down their throats a lot. Just outstanding execution, game plan, and altogether success here tonight from this coaching staff. And I think the last 2 seasons may have been the best work we have seen from BJ Payne yet.
I agree. I agree. He's done a phenomenal job, and I mean, it's been a cumulative effort too. He's built this program over the years and got it into the mold that he wants it in now, and it's really churning like a machine. And they looked outstanding tonight. Just letting the natural sound tell the story from the nest, where the Seahawks win big tonight, 41-10 over Bishop England, number 3 team in the state. And I was looking at my ballot from last week, Wes, and starting to see how far up I'm going to have to
Yeah.
move the Seahawks. They're going to make a big jump.
I'd expect so, but we'll obviously see how everything else shakes up. But we expect to move up from their 10th spot as they are right now, and certainly stabilizing as the top team in our side of things, our neck of the woods here on Hilton Head. But I'll tell you what, like I said, work is far from done for them in terms of this region because
Right.
Bay River, they're going to fight and claw in that game. I mean, you have to play them on the road, and yeah, the Sharks. I mean, this is a Colleton team that you can overlook a bit at sometimes, but I do think that Hilton is going to have to continue to play this level of football. I mean, to see how they played and the scoreline be as it was, 41-10. I mean, just I don't think they could have played much better. But at the same time, I think this offense is capable of even more, and
Right.
especially when Renishevsky's really finding his groove throwing the football, and they're going to be tough to beat if they continue to play at this level and continue to execute on that defensive side of the ball at that level. It's going to be quite the excitement over here for a program that I really think could break through. The way they play, I mean, it's terrific playoff grinding football with the way they can rush on defense, find ways to just disrupt timing of their opponents, and secondary has been legit. I mean, absolutely legit. So Hilton Head absolutely rolling in this region through 2 games. So the Bluffton was tight. The left no doubt about this one, but even so, I thought they were the better team by far, at least by a decent amount in that Bluffton game. So
Yeah.
BJ Payne has delivered in quite a big way so far to start this year. And just props to some of these guys like Jimenez, who has really stepped up. A couple of those others defensively who we have not mentioned, and they may not have like that one star. They may not have an Amari Patterson or a Carnell Warren, but the collection of guys in this team have really bought in this year.
Yeah, it's an impressive group, and I was on board from the start
Yeah,
before the season. Like I told you guys, when Payne and Beach say they got a
yeah,
team because
yeah, yeah,
they do not oversell it.
right.
Um, and so I knew they had a squad, and they had all those sophomores coming back with all that experience. That's a big year for
Yeah,
physical and
yeah.
mental and emotional
That's
growth from sophomore to junior
yeah,
year.
yeah,
So, I knew those guys were really going to be a good crew. They got some nice transfers that
yeah,
really, fit in well.
yeah. Risher
Guys
for
who are
yeah,
already, yeah, Risher, and then also Lewis Bullock, or Lewis Gadsden
yeah,
rather,
yeah.
Bubba from
Gatson,
Hardyville.
another
He's
guy.
been a underrated addition. He's a lockdown corner, and he can take somebody out of the game for you. Um, so they're an
Yeah.
excellent team,
Yeah,
and
I
I think
was
they
I
got a
was
chance
planning
to
on
make a deep
mentioning
run.
Gadsden. He was absolutely locked down out there as this game went along, and that spin where they got a couple of big 3 and outs in a row. He just was in the right spot at the right time. So many different occasions throughout that part of the game, and another guy who we haven't shouted out yet, uh, Justice Morris Jones, another guy who did some great jobs disrupting passes in that stretch of the game, and step by step with the receiver, most of the situations, just read plays really well tonight. They have some dudes on defense, and not to mention, they have some guys who can rush the quarterback. And when Hilton Head can, I mean, they don't have to blitz all the time, but when they do, they have some guys who can get to the quarterback quickly. And there's just so many ways this defense can find opportunities to get you behind the sticks. And this is a Bishop England team that came in playing some great offensive football. So this is doing something, holding the Battling Bishops to 10 points and really 3 points since that first drive.
All right, I finally have an update from May River. After three, it was 35-6 Sharks. So starting to pull away and look more like the final score we kind of expected. That's about how it went last year, if I
Yeah.
recall. Colleton really fought hard in the first half of that game, and then just couldn't stay in it. So May River starting to wear them down. I'm eager to see if Andrew Johnson was able to play tonight. I'm not sure what his status is, but he obviously hasn't played in a couple of games. I'm not sure if he's expected back or not. So I really meant to get out to May River tonight, and then I got home from school and tried to take a nap, and I took a nap all right. Woke up about 8:30 and got up to turn on the games and get ready for the live show. So it's been a long month of September. But whoa, wow, quite quite boisterous over there, Wes.
All right, and
Ah, getting
we're about
some
to be
good
joined hopefully by
growling.
Thad Zarnecki.
All right.
Get things rolling here, but Hilton had 41, Bishop England 10 as the Seahawks cement their spot as the front runners in this region. And here we are, Thad Zarnecki, after another spectacular performance, possibly the best one yet. Tell me about the statement you guys made in this victory of Bishop England.
I mean, we came out and we knew we were the underdogs. Everyone says it, and we just wanted to make a statement for the rest of the year, for the rest of the season, for the rest of the state. So I hope we've made a statement, and we're not done. We got 3 more games, and we want a region championship. So let's go get it, one game at a time, and it's a team win every week. So I'm proud of y'all, proud of the boys, proud of the coaches, and let's go get it.
Well, you've made believers of us. We all picked you last night on the show. We definitely had a feeling about the way you guys have been playing, but I don't think any of us expected it to be the kind of dominant performance that you came out with tonight. So, just tell us about what makes this team so special. I mean, beating the number 3 team in the state the way you did tonight has to feel really good.
I mean, we just all have the same collective goal, and we played with each other. We played for each other. Like, this is the best family I've ever been a part of, and we are just so connected, and this is just the beginning. There's more to come. So
Talk about the work that your guys did up front here tonight, but really all season long so far.
yeah, I mean they're great. Offensively, Crockett, Samari, Mason, Evan, Aaron, they're all dogs, and we wouldn't be able to do it without them. We let them know, and definitely gonna get them something for tonight. They did an amazing job.
I know you're looking forward to a week off next week. You get a little extra time to prepare for May River, which is obviously a difficult assignment defensively. Looking ahead to that game now that you're allowed to, how excited are you to take on the Sharks in what now becomes the biggest game of the year after you won the biggest game of the year?
For sure. I mean, we're super excited. We broke it down and beat May River, so we're already ready for them. We're gonna prepare for them, and we're gonna just play our football, and the scoreboard's gonna take care of itself.
Talk to me about how you guys, in a sense, woke up after giving up that first touchdown early to Bishop England.
We knew it was our mistake, our error. We knew that we'd come back and we faced adversity before, so there was nothing we weren't. There was nothing that hasn't happened before. So our guys were okay. We're like, we'll get them next time, and it was one mistake, and it didn't happen for the rest of the game.
Did not. Absolutely did not. You guys are in top form. Thad, talk about your quarterback a little bit. Derek Raniszewski, I was just talking with a friend today and saying how impressed I am with him, just
Yeah,
his maturity, the decision making, he can really do it all. He can make every
yeah,
throw. He looks like a big time prospect waiting to happen to me. But tell me
for
about playing
sure.
with that kid.
I think he's the best quarterback in the region, and I tell him every day, prove it, because he does and he can, and he's in my eyes very underrated, and he's one of the best quarterbacks I've played for and played with, and it's just he has big things to come, and I'm super excited to see him, and I'm so proud of his development.
Just talk about how you guys have improved this program as a whole, just from the past year, getting that experience from last year. How has it helped you as a player now taking even a bigger role in this 2025 season?
We take it a day at a time, and we iron sharpens iron, and we go at it at practice every day. I mean, we have competition. We make sure we make ourselves better, and we prepare ourselves how we're supposed to be prepared each week to come.
Well, hey, Thad, we appreciate it, man. We won't keep you any longer. You're always very generous with your time and becoming a great friend of the show. So go celebrate with the guys. Enjoy this one, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks against May River.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Have a good night. Thank
Take
you.
care, man.
There you go.
Good stuff,
That is
Wes.
Zarnecki, another spectacular. Last time I checked, he was around 150. He probably got like close to, if not touched 200 for rushing yards. Of course, had that interception late in the game. So, I mean, he probably, I'm not going to call it a lock, but I mean, I haven't seen the other stat lines, but it looks like he's going to be one of the top picks for maybe Ultimate Player of the Week.
Every week,
Yeah.
right? Every
Yeah.
week, he's right there. We do have a final from the tank. May River wins it 35-12. Hold serve. So that sets up a huge game in 2 weeks with May River and Hilton Head. But the Sharks have another one between now and then. They will face Bishop England at home next week in the tank. So every week, just a monumental matchup somewhere or in that region. And in fact, next week there'll be uh, yeah, just two. Buford Colleton though is a big game now too. So um, that region's shaping up to be very exciting with May River against Bishop England, May River against Hilton Head, May River
Yeah.
against Bluffton,
I
still
think
on tap.
I think those four teams right now, Hilton Head, Bishop
Yeah,
England. Not, I think Hilton Head might be in a tier of its own after what they did tonight, but maybe
I think
not.
so.
Like far and above everyone else. But they are literally in in a good sense right now the top team. I mean, they certainly proved it against Bluffton and Bishop England back to back, but. For where Hilton Head is right now, I'd put them by a good margin at the top, but below them, I think Bishop England. You got, and I think what does this say about Bishop England? I think this
Right,
kind of knocks them down to at least one tier, I guess. Like certainly not the clear front runner, but I think
right,
that they're right there with May River and Bluffton, which could be really interesting because I think really 1 through 4 is going to be tight. I think Hilton Head is the inside track right now, but obviously still work to do. But if May River knocks off Hilton Head, they could get really interesting
right.
as we yeah.
Yeah, that throws a fly in the ointment if that happens, and that's May River's plan for sure. Um, although it would just put May River in the driver's seat. Although by then we will know whether May
It could,
River
but they
beat
still
Bishop
have
England.
to play Bishop England,
Well, they
and
play
they
Bishop
still
England this week,
okay,
so I would say
right.
if
So
May
if they
River
beat Bishop
beats
England,
Bishop England
then
this
yeah,
week, then it
right,
gets real interesting because
yeah,
then we
and
have
of course we got May River
potentially
Bluffton, so it could be
right.
yeah, yeah,
And so we could still get into a three-way tiebreaker situation very easily in this thing. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see
yeah,
how it turns out. They are high school kids, so as
yes,
dominant as Hilton Head has been the last 3 weeks, they get a Friday night off next week. You really gotta keep your team under your thumb a little bit in
yeah,
that bye week and make sure that you keep the culture going in the right direction. So BJ Payne's got his boys bought in though. You've heard Thaddeus Zarnecki. They are preaching
yeah,
everything as you want them to preach as a coach. It is team, team, team,
yeah,
family, family, family. Doing your part for the guy next to you, and it is definitely working on the field right now. Although Bluffton working Beaufort and May
yeah.
River winning big over Colleton, so things getting
I mean,
interesting.
you expected both of those results to happen. Credit to
Yep.
Carlton though for kind of hanging in there after that first half, but
Yeah.
I mean they're fighting over there. They were, but good to see Kinlock's guys. I just have not seen them to get to that level, which I would like to see them get in terms of potentially knocking off
Right.
one of those teams. But they're still growing, and it's sometimes it can be tough when you just have to play a couple of really really good teams that's a little bit above your level. So credit to Carlton for how they showed up in a tough matchup on the road, and that's what you want to see from Kinlock, and see if you can find a way to get one.
Indeed,
But
indeed. Trying to find
yeah,
the last couple of
but
scores here for us.
yeah, tough one for Creek tonight. Narrow loss against North Charleston. That one seemed to go very tightly in one of those two ways, but not the Dolphins' way tonight. It
Yeah.
appears.
Yeah, that was a tough one, 16-13. I don't know if that's final yet. We are still looking for that Ridgeland score. If anybody's got a
Yeah,
Ridgeland,
that's
Denmark
a
Olar
that's
score,
a pretty winnable game for Ridgeland against Denmark Oler, in my opinion. I,
very.
you
And
especially
so
I
that's
think
one.
against Hardyville.
We need
I'm
that
quite
score.
intrigued by that one.
Who else are we looking for? Looking for a final from Hampton. We hit up Agent Zero, Mama Zero. We'll see if she'll hook us up. Let's see. Hampton. Whoever was monkeying with the score got that taken down. It said 67-0 before. Yeah, still no Ridgeland score. JP2 with the big win tonight, 42-10 over First
Oh, nice.
Baptist, and not final yet on Hilton Head Christian, down 55-28. They keep putting up points in these games, but they're garbage time points because it's already out of hand. So it's just hard to know what to make of them. They are so in the juicy center. They are good enough to really beat up on the teams that they're supposed to, but they just when they play the teams that really have size up front and speed on the edges, they just can't quite hang with them. So the offense plays, but the defense has just not been there in the running game. We'll see if they can do it against JP2. We did get a schedule addition
Oh,
on October
yes, I saw that.
17th. Thomas Hayward going to host John Paul II, which is a
Oh my,
great pickup.
that should be a
I
good
guess they
game.
both had
I
an
mean,
open date.
that's a genuinely tight game. It appears
Yeah,
between two teams that have shown some good signs recently. So that would be a fun one to get to. I'm not quite sure where we'll go that night, but
well,
I
I
know
know
Hilton
where
Head May River.
I know where you're going to want to go. You're going to want to
Yeah,
go.
no,
Yeah,
most likely, but that's a nice. That should be a good game. Two
yeah.
speeds of teams on the rise, I think, in
But
THA and
that's going to
JBT.
be
But
Hilton
obviously,
Head
Hilton Head
May
May
River night.
Yeah,
You got Whale Branch
yeah,
homecoming against Lake Marion with
it's
the
a pretty
South
big.
Carolina State
Yeah.
band.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Yeah.
Nice get. That's
And
really
you
cool.
have the resumption of the BA Carleton prep game.
That's
Uh,
right. That's right.
So
Yep.
if you wanted to make a night of it in Walterboro, you could go up there for the resumption of the BA Carleton prep game,
Yeah,
which will only be a
because
half.
right,
Split at
they'll finish
halftime, go
early.
over
I wonder when they'll start.
to
Will it be the
Carleton County.
7:30 resumption? Or I'm not sure
I
what the
don't know,
time.
but that
Yeah.
is Cordell Holly in the end zone
Oh,
for
that's the Bobcats
Bluffton.
adding to their
Could you
lead.
imagine if we had live streams of every game and we could really do a
They
red
do the
zone
red
on
zone.
this?
Yeah.
God, that would be
Oh
fun.
man,
That's fun.
that would be exciting. But this is always a blast, especially when the games are tight. We had a couple of them this year so far, where there were like two or three coming down the wire right there at the end. I think that was when Buford had that miraculous win, and then a
Yeah.
couple other teams got big dubs. And then that first week where Hardyville won at home was also pretty exciting
Yeah.
as well.
That was a great game. Fun
But
game. That was.
it
So
really
here's
is.
a fun fact from the Thomas Hayward Patrick Henry game tonight. Opening kickoff goes to the house. Rylan Brunson for Patrick Henry to make it 7-0. Ensuing kickoff goes to the house. Tonio Banner 7-7 after 30 seconds. It ended up in a rout for Thomas Hayward 47-14. But that was a fun fact. You always love it when you get the dueling kick return touchdowns to start the game. We are still looking for a couple of scores. Need that Ridgeland score. Need Cross Schools score if anybody has those. Seeking those scores, as well as any finals that you might have on these games that we have partial scores scrolling across the bottom. Uh, let's see here from the top. While Wes makes his way to his car, Bluffton now up 49-7 over Beaufort in the fourth quarter. Bobcats going to get the win there and improve to 5-2 and 1-1 in region play. They'll be off next week to lick their wounds. They needed that wound licking last week, but they bounced back in a big way against Beaufort. May River 35-12 final over Colleton County. So the Sharks 5-1, 1-0 in region play, and they have a big one at home next week against Bishop England, and potentially even bigger one against Hilton Head. On the flip side, Cross battled tonight, really battled, lost 40-28 to
Oh
Kings
man!
Academy, a team that beat them 33 to
Wow!
nothing the first
Oh
week of the season. We've been talking about the progress there
yeah,
and comparing scores from
man.
past seasons. That is major
They
progress
big
right
time
there.
improvement there from the Stingrays. That's fantastic. They're really getting close to really breaking through. Uh,
It's coming.
so props to Coach Rico because he's been doing some good work
Yep.
with them, and that's fantastic to see
I,
just the
I'm
growth.
I am more hopeful than I have been in a long time
Yep.
for that program, just from this score tonight. That is a good showing from those boys. They were up, they had the lead, couldn't
Oh
hang
man.
on. They're learning how to win. Ridgeland
Big
was up
time.
28 nothing at half, so it looks like the
Yep.
Jags were going to cruise against Denmark tonight, which is what we expected and hoped for. But you never do know. So Jags looking good tonight. Looks like they're going to get their third win in a row after a pretty shaky start. It was worrisome. They weren't scoring any points, but the defense was playing well, and now the defense started scoring in bunches, and they got Bam Crawford going in that ground game. So Ridgeland's starting to look good. I think they're going to win tonight. John Paul. Well, I don't have a final yet from. Let's see, where are we at? Oh yeah, Hilton Head Bishop over Bishop England, 41-10. We've told you all about that when we heard from Thad Zarnecki. Outstanding showing from the Seahawks. They are still rolling at where'd I go? Seahawks now at 5-1, and going into 6-1 rather, and going into an
Yes.
idle week before they get May River the following
Yep.
week
Well
in a
earned bye
huge game.
week,
Yeah,
and then
well
yeah,
earned.
that's right. I think if they can get that one, they'll be in good shape. Obviously, still with
Yeah, the
Colts and Buford to go, but
schedule sets up
yeah,
really well in the
it
sense
does. It
that
does.
if they can get that one, then they'll kind of they'll just
Right.
have the two weakest teams in the region
Yeah,
left,
they
and
should. They'll be
hopefully
in really
rest
good
some
shape. Yep.
guys
Yep.
and be in good shape for
But this
the
is
postseason.
this is just a really fantastic development, and just really happy to see this as a Hilton Head fan, because we have had some teams. I mean, most recently that have been really close. I remember even compared to like just 2, 3 years ago, where they were in, I mean, seemingly every region game, but just fell short
Yeah,
in a close game so many times. And now not only have they learned how to win, but they are knocking off some really good teams. And I think uh, the running game has played a big part in that, and just the improved defense that has grown with several guys who have really begun to take those big time steps. And you mentioned, sophomores going to juniors, now becoming
yeah,
upperclassmen. They figured it out, and they have a quarterback now who
they sure do.
just knows how to shine in big moments. And I mean, he's going to get some looks. I mean, there's no doubt about that. He can continue to play at the level that he is. I mean, how do you not like a guy who plays with that mentality and that success as well? So just really proud of what that team has done. Most particularly what we have seen from their quarterback, because uh, we've seen, like I said, we've seen a couple who have been solid during their times at the helm, but it's just I just feel like Graniszewski has something extra and something really special. And just you cannot count that kid out. I mean, even we even saw it last year too, and he's been even better this season.
Yeah, yeah. He's really growing up,
Yeah.
and he's been good since he got there.
Yes.
But he went through the growing pains
Yep.
of being a young quarterback and getting the reins, and man, he's just so heady,
Yep.
and that's what blew me away. The first time I met him when he was a eighth grader or a freshman on the sidelines, I was just like, man, this kid is sharp.
Yep.
He's just the way he carries himself and the way he communicates, and you could just see that he was going to be a special kind of kid, and he certainly has developed into that, and far from done
Yeah.
developing. I mean, he's
Yep.
still got a lot of runway in front of him to really improve, and I think he's going to be, like you said, a big time prospect. I think he'll end up being the best quarterback that's come through there, and there's been some guys
I mean,
go on
since Michael
and do some
Julian,
things.
I think. I mean,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, him and Gaston Moore are kind of the
Yeah.
conversation, right?
Yeah. But
Um,
I have. I mean, I
but
just
I
think
think he's
Krzyzewski
I
is
think
higher
he's
because.
as good or better than either of
Yeah.
those guys. I think
Yeah. I
he
mean. Yeah.
Julian had a massive arm,
Yeah.
but Reniszewski, I think, is a more reliable, a little
Right.
more consistent
Yes.
quarterback at this stage than certainly at this stage than Julian was at this stage in his career.
Yeah.
So I think the potential is really limitless. Oh, there's our final from Ridgeland, 52-12, the final in favor of the Jags. We also have final from Hampton, 43-0 over
Mhm.
Edisto. They get the shutout on senior night. Final from Bullock Academy, 55-28, Hilton Head Christian. So we're just waiting on a BA final. And for this Bluffton uh, Buford game to go final. I guess they missed that extra point. It's 48-7
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter. So just waiting on a couple to go final now, and been a heck of a night of football as usual in the Loco.
Nice to have a dry night as well. Don't have to worry about
Yeah,
any weather here tonight. That's what we like to see. After a couple weeks early, where it is damper in terms of the amount of action that we've seen. So this has been a great night, and I mean, not we haven't seen like the most exciting finishes, but just some dominant wins.
yeah,
None bigger than Hilton Head, but some others as well.
exactly. Some statements.
Yeah,
Perhaps it was statement week.
statement week
I don't
number
know.
two. Yeah,
Do we already have it? Yeah, we already had a statement week, didn't we?
yeah,
Statement week 2, Electric
yeah.
Boogaloo. Um, there we go. We got all the finals that we have now scrolling across the score for you. We'll check around for the last couple. before we let you go for the night. But yeah, you're right. Not the most competitive night of football that we have seen, but um, but a great night nonetheless.
Yeah.
Beautiful night in the Loco.
Oh, it's
Fall
so
is
pretty.
upon us,
Yep.
and been a good season so far. It sets up some great storylines going forward. Certainly, Bamberg final now 64-6 over Hardyville. Not unexpected. Bamberg is a juggernaut. So, all right, let me run through here right quick and see what that does. Bluffton going to improve to 5-2, 1-1 in region. Buford going to drop to 2-4, 0-1. May River is now 5-1, 1-0 in region 6. 4A, and Colleton County drops to 1-5, 0-1. Bishop England falls to 5-1, 0-1. Hilton
Yeah.
Head 6-1, 2-0, and sitting atop the region again with a week off, and then May River the week after that. So that should be very entertaining. Let's see what we got here. Hardyville score was 64-6 in favor
Yeah.
of Bamberg, and Ridgeland gets Bamberg here in a couple of weeks. Going to be a tough time,
Yep.
but that'll be two good defenses going head to head.
Yeah.
Uh, Battery Creek tough loss tonight, 16-13 at North Charleston. North Charleston is 5-1 and 1-0 in
Wow.
region. Battery Creek drops to 2-5, 0-1 in region. Hampton blows out Edisto 43-0 on senior night. Hampton 4-3. They snapped the 3-game skid against really good teams. Edisto falls to 4-3. Hardyville big loses big to Bamberg 64-6. Bamberg 7-0. Hardyville 1-6. Ridgeland 52-12 over Denmark. Ridgeland 3-4, 2-0 in region. Denmark 1-5, 0-1. John Paul II, huge region win over First Baptist, 42-10. They improved to 3-3 and go to Hilton Head Prep next week. That one will be on WHHI, I believe.
Yeah.
PD beats Hilton Head Prep 44-0. The Dolphins fall to 1-5, 0-2 in region. Bethesda Academy was blown out. Buford Academy 43-0 at halftime. I was going to drop BA to 5-2. Thomas Hayward got right. Routed Patrick Henry 47-14. Rebels are 1-3, 1-1 in region. Patrick Henry drops to 1-5. And Cross Schools hanging tough against the Kings Academy, falling 40-28 in a battle that they lost big the first week of the season, 33-0. So big turnaround for Cross in progress under Rico McCoy. So being that the only score we have outstanding was one we trailed 43-0 at the half, it looks like our time with you is coming to a close tonight, friends. Um, there's not a whole lot else more to say. We're going to let Wes get himself home safely. We thank our sponsors, our all-star sponsors, Mickelson Law Firm and WHHI TV. I guess we are still waiting on a final from Buford as well, and that's coming any second now. 19 seconds left to play, and I don't know if that was fourth down or if fourth is coming up. Might have been a turnover on downs there, so looks like the Bobcats will take a knee, and actually the clock is running clock, so they're just going to let it roll off. Bobcats will win it 48-7 over there. I guess we could hang on a few minutes and see if we can hear from Marcus Walsh or Max Araj about that game. But we've kept you pretty abreast of what was happening over there. So maybe we save it for Monday night. We get out of here in an hour and I get to bed so I can go to teacher school in the morning in Columbia. So final there, 48-7. Bobcats will run through the finals for you one more time before we send you off for the night. But again, thanks to Mickelson Law Firm, our all-star sponsor, our original sponsor, presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage. Been with us since the beginning. Call on them for all your legal needs. And WHHI TV, our partner in local sports. We'll be hearing from Marcus Walsh next week on Monday about that Bluffton win over Buford. Thanks also to Hudson's Seafood House on the docks, HHI Windows and Doors, Twinge and Twombly Personal Injury Attorneys, Reverence Wrestling Club, and Jay's Barbershop for their sponsorship of Loco Sports. Final scores tonight in Week 6, Bluffton 48-7 over Buford. May River 35-12 over Colleton County. Hilton Head 41-10 over Bishop England. North Charleston 16-13 over Battery Creek. Hampton blanks Edisto 43-0. Bamberg Earhart 64-6 over Hardyville. Ridgeland wins big 52-12 over Denmark Olar. John Paul II beats First Baptist 42-10. Bullock Academy Downs HHCA 55-28. PD blanks Hilton Head Prep 44-0. Bethesda Academy all over BA at halftime 43-0. Thomas Hayward beats Patrick Henry 47-14. And the Kings Academy 40-28 over Cross Schools. Well, Wes has dipped out on me, so I won't ask him for any final thoughts. But we thank you for joining us tonight. For Wes Kerr, I am Justin Jarrett. We'll be back Monday night with the Loco Sports Lowdown, and we'll recap all these games, show you the highlights, and much more from the Loco Sports scene. Thanks for joining us tonight. That does it for week 6 of the high school football season. Until next time, I'm Justin Jarrett. Go Loco.